Hello, friends. It is Saturday now, the 11th of December, and I'm just getting my motor going here. I just received a call from my friend Pat on here. His comments are Omaha Pat, and that prompted me to go ahead and break out the camera and make a few comments about the passing of Mike Nesmith and some other things. Recently, someone commented that they were impressed, or rather, they struck by how when I make my videos, it's like they say it feels like I'm talking to someone. It feels like I think I'm talking to someone. I am. I'm talking to you, even though you're not there. Mentally, I already know where this message is going to you. And even though I may not be thinking of you specifically at this moment, whoever you are, this communication is directed to you. So, several things on my mind. I probably will forget a few things, but the first thing I want to share is, yesterday it was fun sharing while I was working. That piece isn't done yet. I just got started. It just hit me. It came to me, and this is what's cool is that several people mentioned REM. This sounds like REM. This reminds me of REM. Very interesting. REM ain't nowhere near my thoughts regarding that piece. The thing that inspired that specifically was the hip hop movie, the hip hop documentaries I've been watching. How about that? Anything about no REM? That's a nice compliment. I have the Reveal album on CD. I'm not familiar with it. I should play it now so I can see what you're all talking about. But making music. So, and I get feelings. I pay attention to my feelings, and I just knew. I just could, of course, you can also by statistically, you can almost figure it out within a certain amount of time. There's going to be another fairly major death, just by dint of our, where we're at historically. And so, yesterday we lost Mike Nesmith of the Monkees. Monkees, the manufactured group piggybacking on the success of the Beatles. The businessman learned that kids were ripe for exploitation and raking in large amounts of cash once rock music and teen culture really broke big. And so that's what the Monkees was all about, was exploitation. But thankfully, something magical happened in that the people that ended up getting the jobs brought a lot of magic and fun and laughter and good music to the world. I was at the right age, and coming off of the Beatles, like I just explained, I was ripe for the Monkees, like everybody else. My sister and myself, Stephanie, you're watching, we religiously plopped down in front of that television set to see the every Monkees episode and loved it. It was just great. And I love their songs. And Mike Nesmith was a musician when he auditioned for the band. He had already been writing songs. He wrote the big hit for that broke Linda Ronstadt with the Stone Ponies. Different drummer, different drum. So And then his songs are good. He's country. You know, I'm not big on country, but I like good songs, and so that always saves me. I, as kids, we had most of their albums, and I've gotten rid of them and gotten some and gotten rid of them. So the ones I still have are, I have a UK pressing of my favorite of theirs, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. I especially like this one because they use synthesized on here, and they kind of they experiment on there. I like that about them. I just showed this Headquarters, fantastic. I don't have Meet them their first album anymore. This movie Head is well worth seeing. Frank Zappa's in it. Frank Zappa was on the Monkees TV show. That was a mind blower when Frank Zappa showed up on their show. It's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Very important part of popular culture. And then this recent album of theirs, Good Times, where it is the Monkees. The essence of the Monkees is here. It's still here. Mickey Dolenz's voice sounds great. Okay? In particular, Peter Tork was my favorite Monkee. He was the guy in the band that I related to. And, yeah, he's the person in the band that I personally felt like I was... and he was like me, person-wise. So that happened, you know, as well as Robbie Shakespeare, you know. Always in time for the holidays. I just got this Jazz in Britain, so I haven't even played it yet, okay? I've been too busy with my own stuff. And then I'll be listening to it today, first time. And then, so yesterday was an interesting day. That I was here in my studio. This is my music room studio, working when I get a knock at the door, and I have my life set up pretty good where my friends know I don't like uninterrupted. I don't like unannounced guests. You know, call me. You know, let me know. You know, you want to come by. So yesterday, when I get a knock at the door, I kind of thought I knew it was going to be who it was, and it was. Some of you who follow me remember about the band Scudder. This band that I joined me about 6 years ago. Scudder is a Midwest band that has a history going back to the early 70s. Rock band, really basically started out as a country rock band and biker band, and long story short, I ended up joining the last version of the band. It's put to rest now, and things were going well, but there was some tension within the ranks, mainly because of politics, not because of people. I love those guys, but all the other guys in the band were Trump supporters. And I didn't shy away from discussing issues, you know. And it got to a point where things just really kind of broke down, where it's like, you know, you guys are wrong. And the whole, you know, the whole trip about what Trump is up to is wrong. It's against me, and it's against you. You don't even realize it. Well, long story short, the leader of the band, Jeff Morris, this guy right here, found out that he has cancer of the liver, and so it's terminal. So he came by to apologize and to give me a copy of this box set. Okay, so Daryl Moreland, who was in the last version of the band, but not the original version of the band, decided to do this box set to kind of just package up and commemorate what Jeff Morris has done, because I do think that Jeff is a pretty good songwriter, and he had a couple of blips where maybe Scudder could have done something. They went on some major tours, and not major, but they went on some tours with J.J. Cale and stuff like that, and they were making a bit of a noise for Omaha. So Daryl wanted to put all that history together and make this box set. And Jeff brought me a copy. Live. I was in this band for a while with Jeff. Here's our CD. Comes with the actual CD. But one of the side projects that Jeff started with the members of Scudder was the band called Brian Jones. You can't quite see that, but Brian Jones. I was bass player in that. And I don't know how long we lasted, but we were a little more on the punk side. We even covered New Rose by the Damned, which is supposedly on this recording, but it's not. They have it listed, but it's not on here. So this is pretty cool. And then also, Daryl and Jeff put together a book, The History of the Band. And there I am. So this is pretty cool to get. I just started reading the book. Not bad, Jeff and Daryl, if you see this. But the other thing that was really important about the visit yesterday was I got an apology from Jeff. And he said basically I was out of my mind, I got infected by that, which is easy for a white person like of his age, and with that flaming white blonde hair, living out in Millard, a very racist part of Omaha. It's real easy for the stinky shit to start to rub up on him again, being around all these foolish white people. And I told him, when we would have the conversations, I remained objective. It was not about hate. It wasn't personal. It was all factual about how politicians, political parties, and especially people like Trump are using the system for for their own feathering, as they say, feathering their own nest. Don't give a shit about anybody. And hoodwinked you all into, yeah, go Trump, and he's destroying. He's all about destroying our world for the sake of his. That's what my going on about when he was in office was all about. It was just insane. It was just, to me, it was like, I can hardly believe we're living through this, So that was a real, that was a highlight of the writing of the music is just going great now. I'm almost done with the bass part. I could be done with the bass part for Dave, but because it's just a 5-minute song. But I keep playing it, okay? And I'll send it when I played it real comfortably. But that was a high point yesterday. Besides making the music, that Jeff stopped by. We had a couple of hugs. Smoked a peace pipe, and had a great conversation. Jeff Morris is my brother, and I know that my position is the right position in this world, which is to reach out to other people and try to build a bridge, rather than saying, no, I don't like you, and no, this is what I want, and you can't have it. And oh my God, how in the world at this point in history are we still dealing with such ignorance? Such blows my mind. So that's where I'm at this morning. That's what's on my mind. I probably forgot something. I'll just stop right there. And I do enjoy hearing from you folks. Take care.